Welcome to Reaper 2 Skull Irestone Inlet on Voodu. So like I said in previous videos, back to my normal pure Warlock build, and so got a little more experience with Reaper since last video. It's tough stuff, and I really don't know how this video is going to go, even with 2 skulls. I've been doing a lot of 2-manning stuff with a guildie at like 2 and 3 skulls, and last night we did STK the whole chain at level 5 when we had 3 pugs with us, and the first part at level 5 we're 2 over leveled, and the second part's level 4 we're 1 over leveled, the third part's level 5 when we were at level, so it definitely got harder, and we're a lot of deaths. Now I died too, and it's weird being in that position of like, I don't know how this video is going to go. I really don't know the limits. My limits, my tune's limits. I mean, I guess I was in that position with Northwind, but I definitely had more familiarity with the content. It's just on that true first life where I didn't know how things were going to go, but this is just a different experience. So I'm level 6. It's my first, well, I guess STK was my first level 6. No, it was level 5. It's my first level 6 quest. And let's see, actually I'm over level here. This Irestone Inlet, yeah, this is a level 4, so I'd have to do this at level 4 to get full Reaper XP, so I'm 2 over level. And you don't see the Reaper XP until you get 10 kills. I just had a patch today. Made some changes. One of them is that your soulstone, if you bounce away from your soulstone, your death timer doesn't restart, so that's a nice change. I'll show you what gear I'm using. I did make some craftables. This is actually an old craftable that I had held on to, and damn, I wish that I had applied the masterful craftsmanship to it to reduce the minimum level by 2, because if this was level 3 that would have been really awesome, but it's still really awesome. This is better than you can get on today's gear. But I just held on to it because it was a nice low B electrical absorption item, and the ingredients to make them back in the day were expensive, so that's why I held on to it. Electrical absorption is huge in Reaper because these lightning bolts that these casters are tossing at you hurt. So I'm wearing those full time. I got some light skirmish chain with a blue slot, sapphire of moderate fortification. I typically wouldn't even go there, just wait till I get heavy as soon as possible. But I mean, this Reaper stuff is tough. Vitality 12 for some extra hit points. I guess invulnerability is broken. I guess it's supposed to be like a minimum level 6 shard. Like you can't put it on lower than that. But I guess it's broken right now, and you can put it on any. This is level 5, so. This is just random gen, spell save 3, fortification is redundant, radiance lore 6, dex 2, I think that's the same as last video. Dodge and feather falling, radiance and resistance, sonic lore, false life. This is crafted, dodge 4, strength 4. The strength is just so I'm not encumbered with all the crap in my bag. Electrical resistance 14, fire absorption 16%. So again, the electrical resistance and absorption huge. Some of the fire spells are painful too, so just trying to mitigate as much damage as possible in these damn Reapers. Just got the voice of the master for now until I get the blasting chime at level 7. This is also a crafted item, charisma 4, con 4, and random gen, wisdom 2, spell sight 4 is just, I didn't find anything better. My shield still has nothing on it, just minimum level 6, so it's a plus 3. And then this is just something I found. It's a level 1 keen rapier. So just something to swing around. So I've got the enchant weapon past life going on it. It's got curse spewing on it. So I don't really know what's up with this. I thought I'd mention I got a dart out of the auction house. And it was a level 8 dart, it was like plus 3 or 4 or whatever. And I'm just gonna disjunct it and put a level 6 shard in it, just so I have a throwing weapon, right? And it doesn't want to take that minimum level. And I tried it twice. I put a minimum level 6 shard on it, and it still said minimum level 8. I put a minimum level 1 shard on it. It still says minimum level 8. When I disjunct it, it's come minimum level 1. But whenever I put a minimum level shard on there, it wants to go back to 8. And I've not seen that before. I haven't crafted a lot of weapons, though, but I thought I'd mention that on the video. So, during these last holiday games, I gave away like all these cookies that I had saved up over the years. I just never used cookies, so I was like, I'm just gonna give them away. And now, wouldn't you know it, a month later, I wish I had them all because they are so huge in Reaper. I mean, cocoon cookies and ice storm cookies and just all the sunburst cookies. All that stuff is giant. So I'm sad I don't have any of it. But one thing I did have that I never used was these Gems of Ocean Winds that drop these air elementals. This is normally a summon monster 8. These are huge in Reaper, and I'm gonna tell you right now, the next time Crystal Code comes out, I'm gonna farm about 1,000 of these because I only had about 250. So giant. The Yugo pots, normally I'll TR with 100. I wish I had TR'd with about 300 or 400 of those because I'm going through them quick. I also went and got some potions of greater heroism from the Vampire Bears Jaunty in the back of House Jarasco. I mean, I'm trying to use every advantage I can in these Reaper quests. But the air elementals are huge. I mean, they grab aggro. They're tripping the mobs. I wish I had 3 Druid Pass lives because they'd be even tougher. I also picked up Charm Person, so I deviated for things a little bit. I dumped Shield. Picked up Charm Person because it's been really helpful in crowd control. Now I don't want to go without shield, so I just picked it up in the enhancement tree. In Light Spirit, you get permanent shield. Hell yeah. I'm sure I'll just pick up the spell later because Charm Person isn't going to be, good higher in level. But right now, it's huge. So I'll pick up the spell and dump this later on. Also want to get the Brilliance. This is huge too, so I'm getting some temporary hit points taken from my aura, which is now taken every 4 seconds. I don't have the medium armor proficiency yet, but I will be picking that up as soon as I get one more action point. So that'll be nice to get me some more defensiveness. And, spell power here, defensiveness here. So I got maximize and empower going now. That's another thing I talked about in the last video. Like, from now on, the level 1, I'm taking maximize, level 3 empower if I'm going to do Reaper. Okay, let's do some questage. Like I said, I really don't know how this is going to go. Could die. Let's go ahead and do the Yugo. There's supposed to be some dudes there right away. Huh. Look at that. A Fear Reaper right away figures. Oh, I think we'd be hurting. I think I walked in here without healing potions. I think I meant to go get a bunch more. I'm down to 68. I bet that won't even be enough. Well, we're going to see what happens. Went through 120 of those bad boys in where there's smoke the other day. That was ridiculous. I haven't found out for sure whether or not this stuff scales. Well, I didn't charm him, but I just got hit. Oh, great. Now they're all coming. Oh, the air elemental's down there. And the Fear Reaper is starting to stack up on me. What is this? It's just all champions all the time. Why is every mob a champion suddenly? Oh, that Fear Reaper's gotta go. It's just tough, you know? I'm not too proud to show it. It's just ridiculous, you know? Coming here with a group would be a big difference, so I'm gonna try it again. I'm gonna go get some pots. I'm gonna try it again on Reaper 1. Alright, here I am. Back in. Now I'm just doing one skull, you know? This is humbling. And I'm too over level, right? Like I said, if you want to get full Reaper XP, you gotta do this at level 4. Alright, let's bring out another air alley. Hitting that, I had so many champions in that Fear Reaper right away. And that stacks like this dot on you. Just, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. But here we go. Try number 2. At this level, from what I saw, from what we've been doing, it seemed like each level off was about 50 more XP. See if we can charm one of these guys. You know, if I had enlarge or something, I could pop a charm right there in the middle of the group, and then they all aggroed on that charm mob right away. That would be amazing. It's kind of what I was doing on my Bard last life. Except I wasn't doing Reaper, I was just doing normal questing. I mean Elite, but I mean, yep. Not Reaper questing. So do we do it that time? Yeah, that time. Oh, well, we got some of the aggro. And my air elemental is feared. If you're a little bit newer and you're new to charming, you do have to manually dismiss the charms if you want to get rid of them, and you do that by hitting dismiss charm, which is in your feat list. So you have to drag that into your hotbar. I got nothing amping up my force or sonic damage right now. I have sonic lore, but I don't think I have a resonance item, and I don't have like a potency or a impulse item. So Lost Soul, this is the new gem. This is like what gives you mana, I guess. They just changed that with the patch. I guess they did. It used to be called a magic gem, and it's probably confusing. People just want to pick it up automatically because they think it's some kind of gem, but this way it's a little more distinctive, and hopefully just the people that need the mana, we'll get it. But I'm still having fun with Reaper. Like I said, it's humbling, but it's, we were doing, me and my guildie were doing the Sacred Helm the other day, and we go around the corner and there's like a Minotaur, and we're like, oh shit, a Minotaur, like one Minotaur is scary, which is awesome, it's just like old school. God, instead of Reaper mode, they almost should have called this like Dungeons and Dragons First Edition. That would have been kind of cool. I might as well pick it up because I think, well, at least when they were magic gems, they only lasted a few minutes, and they said nothing else changed other than just like the name of it. Oops, I need to start paying more attention and not just run into groups, because as we have already discovered, this stuff hurts. But what a difference between Reaper 1 and Reaper 2. I had so many champs, and maybe it was just bad luck that I had a lot of champs in Reaper 2. And then I had that Fear Reaper right away, but whatever. So how much XP is this worth? 125, damn. And what do I got? 2 points. I'm going for the tanky side of things because I want to be more defensive. I picked up a point of Constitution. And next I'm going to go here for the PRR. Getting close to my 3rd point. Gonna refresh my blur. Buffs only last 6 minutes. I'm gonna leave this Lost Soul and see if it persists for posterity. Encumbered. Oh. Stat damage. So now I guess, VIP bonus XP is going to affect, and pots and stuff is going to affect our Reaper XP. This is a con build, so my DCs for my Charm Person aren't particularly good. Have another charm. They can fight each other. That's fine by me. So I went out and got a bunch of pots, and I haven't even used one yet. I mean, there's no doubt that the temporary hit points that I'm getting from my aura is helping. But what a massive difference between the last run. So charmed him in the middle, they all aggro on him. Mutiny! Lost soul. Alright, let's try it without the air elemental for the rest of it. See how that goes. I still haven't done any of the Lobby content above like Reaper 3 or 4. Alright, we said for posterity's sake we were going to leave that lost soul gem thingy. So I'm going to go over there, back there now to see if it's still there, and I'm going to use that shrine over there by Dinks. I don't remember exactly where it was, but it should be pretty obvious if it was there. Somewhere along here. Those things stick out pretty well. It doesn't look like it's here. Nope. I don't really need to use the shrine, but I'm here. And it's free. And I got another one if I need it. Earlier today I did the final episode of Northwind, and that was sad, and then I started to put together, started editing it, and I'm putting together like the end music, and that was sad. Sad to say goodbye to that tune. It would be awesome if the Druid Pass, Enhancement Pass happened, maybe in the summertime, and I could do another series with her, like a true Second Life, but, like I was saying in an episode, that sadly, I don't think the Druid Pass is going to happen in 2017. And that's a major bummer. Part of the reason I wanted to be on the Players Council in 2016 is because I thought the Druid Enhancement Pass was going to happen then. Oops. I don't think I have enough thingies. Let's see. But it's not, and they said that there probably won't be any more enhancement passes until after the expansion. So now the expansion's not happening until October, so now it's end of 2017 before we see any more enhancement passes, most likely. And they're probably going to drag their feet on Druid some more because they're putting off touching animal forms. So that means we're probably going to be well into 2018 before we see a Druid enhancement pass. And that really bums me out. Boom. Yep, aggro on him, that's fine by me. Hobgoblins are good dancers. It's a solid running man right there. Better than I can do. Lost soul. I'm still struggling with the whole, I talked last video about the lateral progression, and I'm already seeing some people like, they're just like racing and stressing about trying to, max out their Reaper trees, and I'm just thinking like, why? So we could do Reapers better? I mean, it's fun to play Reaper, but I'm not really grasping this. I gotta race to be as reapery as possible. So I can do more skulls, so I can... Which brings up the point of... We're not going to do anything now. Let's just let him beat on me. But, there's somebody else in my circle that... And I've seen this before. I feel, people will race to triple completionists. And then basically, like, go, what? Okay, what now? Like, as if that was some sort of, like, goal to get to before they could start playing the game, but then once they got there, they didn't know what to do with themselves. Like, play the game. I've seen people, like literally get to triple completionists and then still not know the game really well, not have raid loot, not having learned the raids, not having learned a whole bunch of the content because they were doing the same things over and over again. So it's kind of funny. Don't, I guess, don't lose sight that this is a game, and to have fun and not stress about, getting a bazillion past lives. It's not, when it just becomes about getting the past lives, I feel like that's just going to be like a joy killer. But then again, one thing that's great about DDO is we can all play it the way we want to play it. That Reaper just spawned right on top of me. What a punk. But yeah, I guess those Fear Reapers, like I saw, in when I tried to do two skulls, they put this dot on you that just gets worse and worse and worse. You start getting those, and it hits everybody. Those Fear Reapers are ridiculous. So the defense is holding up just fine on Reaper 1. So let's see what those numbers look like just for reference. 53 PRR, 47 armor class. A little bit of dodge. 72% mischance at level. When they first said that they were going to label the champions, I mean, I didn't have strong feelings about it. It seemed like it was softballing things a little bit, like it's basically like giving you more information about it so you can determine right away what its perhaps vulnerabilities are and strengths are. So I felt that was a little sort of dumbing down, and I kind of didn't like it. I didn't have strong feelings about it. But in application, I'm finding like the opposite's the case. That like I feel like you're gonna see certain names and like it's gonna scare you more than before when you just saw a crown. You're like, oh shit, that's a soulless one or whatever. So I kind of like it in that regard. Am I done yet? Did I go get that chest over there? Yeah, I did. Well, I guess that's it. Well, thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions about my videos, you can respond on YouTube. If you have questions about Voodu's build, you can respond in the Warlock forum and in Voodu's build post. And if you're on Sarlona, you're welcome to send me a tell.